Hey everyone, I'm just gonna do an update video. I haven't done one for like 4 months now, so I'm sorry about that. The last one I posted was at the beginning of December 2019, and I've kind of been putting it off since then because a lot of stuff has happened. I hope everyone's okay though with the COVID-19 thing. How am I doing now? It's April 2020 now, so yeah, 4 months ago. I'm doing okay. I've had a few bad days, 3 or 4 bad days, but I'm scared I'm not going to be able to get through this video talking, so I'm struggling to talk. I'm able to do more physically, but like for example, I've cooked breakfast nearly every day this week, and I've managed to walk down my garden and back almost every day as well for like a few weeks now, and I couldn't do that last year. But my brain is like fried, and I can't think straight, and my ears are ringing, and reading and talking and using the computer and engaging with stuff is like the worst. I like just to do. um, yeah, so I apologise if I stumble or if I say something I've already said before, or if I need to take a break. um, yeah, struggling to talk a lot, but yeah. First of all, I hope everyone's okay with the COVID-19 thing. It's kind of crazy when the whole world is panicking, and everyone is moaning about being stuck in their houses when that's what we do all the time. I've done this for 18, 19 months now, and I'm used to it. And yeah, it's crazy when you see the whole world panicking. But yeah, I hope everyone is okay. It's crazy that the whole world is on lockdown now. I'm kind of enjoying it in some senses of like I'm not missing out a lot anymore. I think that was the one big grieving thing about this illness was I'm missing out, especially on the weekends. You'd hear the booming cars going past the house, and I'd just be missing out on so much of my 20s. It's natural to grieve, isn't it? Sometimes, but now I feel like I'm not missing out on so much. Again, I'm sorry if I have to pause. I haven't made a video in so long. I hope you'll probably understand why at the end of this video. Before I start, with the update. But yeah, I'm doing okay. Making breakfasts now. Overall, probably 5 to 6 a week. Walking down the garden most days of the week. Moving around the house more, just more. My gut is just so bad though. My gut is not improved at all. It's actually worse. I'm getting diarrhea every single day. It used to be in the mornings specifically, like just sort of like up to sort of midday, 1, 2 o'clock, and then it would taper out and I'd start getting normal stools. I don't know why that was, but now it's been like last month it's been like all the time. I've not had a lot of normal stools. Sorry to talk about details, but it's just one of those things. So basically, I wanted to give a shout out to a few people. This video might be quite long, by the way, because I've got quite a lot to fit in. But shout out to this lady called Claudia. She's amazing, big inspiration to me. It's been super helpful as well. She was ill for 33 years, over 3 decades, with ME. And she did the ANS rewire, and she's now fully better, and she's exercising and doing all sorts of things. So yeah, and I basically made contact with her, and she's helped me, I feel like, progress a little bit the last few months. So thank you, Claudia, you're amazing. Big inspiration to me. I would say as well, like if you need to reach out to people who have recovered, do it. Find someone you click with and reach out to them. Because they've been there, they've been through this path, and they've come out the other side, and it's sometimes what you need to pull you out of that dark place you can get into sometimes. But yeah, Claudia, thank you so much. My friend Annika as well, a girl I've never met. but we chat all the time over Messenger and stuff, and FaceTime and stuff like that. And her mum's been chronically ill as well, so she kind of understands the whole situation, and she helps me out of like sometimes being in the biggest rut. So thank you. Also, Patricia as well is my therapist, and she's like a psychologist, and she helps me just change my perspective on things sometimes, and my belief systems, and just psychology. It's actually quite simple, but you get into these trains of thinking, and sometimes you're not even aware you're doing it as well. So yeah, I did the Thrive program with her, and I've been meaning to kind of go through some old notes again with her, and she's been giving me a lot of tips and advice as well, so thank you, Patricia. So Blast made a video in December 2019, that was it. Basically, I just started working with this new homeopath, and she used bioresonance diagnostics, and she had this machine she brought over, and unfortunately she dropped it when she got here, and basically the switch broke, and my dad had to like help her fix it. But luckily she got it working again, and she did the session with me, and she diagnosed some stuff of what was wrong with me in terms of infections and things, and she gave me these homeopathic remedies, but they were so strong, they made me crash like over and over and over. So I started taking them at the beginning of December, right and through until Christmas Eve, and if I'm honest, I don't remember the Christmas period at all. I crashed 3 times, like big time. Like a friend came to visit me, and I had a crash after seeing him. I had a massage, and that crashed me, and I had a bath as well, and that crashed me. And if I'm honest, if you ask me a question of do you remember the Christmas period, I don't remember anything of the Christmas period. I remember laying in bed. It was not fun. So it was tough, but I finished the remedies on Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day I went for like a really nice drive, which is great. And then the Christmas period was just friends turning up, and I was still trying to recover from these remedies that I'd finished on Christmas Day. And then kind of New Year's Eve is my birthday, and I didn't really want to do a lot, but I ended up having a fire outside on my patio with my friend, and it was actually a really nice but really crazy like time of just thinking this whole year has been dreadful. 2019 was not good, but it was nice spending it with my best mate, and I kind of forgot I was ill a bit, and it was the first time I started to recover from those remedies as well. But yeah, and then so I'm just reading off some notes as well. But yeah, and then New Year's Day, 2020, new year, new me. The first day, my homeopath bailed on me. It wasn't her fault. She dropped her machine when she come to see me, and it broke. And I was low on New Year's Day, really, really low. And she said she couldn't come and see me anymore, and going to travel to see her was too far. I was also questioning whether I wanted to go and see her again because of her strong remedies. Another practitioner I've been to see for many years recommended me to her, and it was kind of, again, I was like, do I push to go and see her and take more of her remedies and maybe feel worse or not? And I just didn't know what to do. So the first week of 2019 I was like searching for a new practitioner. I found another one who used bioresonance, who was kind of close by, about half the distance. And I was like, do I go and push to see her, or do I go and push to see this new lady who I've never met and I don't know what she's like? So yeah, I was thinking about it the first week, and then I decided just let's go and see this new person and leave my practitioner who I shouldn't say bailed on me. She just dropped her machine. I think she was a good practitioner though. But yeah, I went to see this new lady who was about half the distance away, and it was good. She's called Mary. She's had a very gentle approach. my gut was like so sensitive when I went to see her, and she's just given me these little like homeopathic remedies. Just she's basically just trying to calm my gut down. She's like, your immune system is in your gut, or most of it anyway. So so that was that. I went to see this new practitioner, and that was the beginning of January. I then tried Enterus gel to try and stop the diarrhea. It's like a natural. It's like this liquidy gel stuff that you put into a glass, mix up with water, and take. And basically, I took it, and it sort of it stopped the diarrhea and gave me normal stools, but it gave me severe cramping in my gut. Like, I was really not well, and I pushed through for 4 days, and then I ended up just I had to stop. I just felt so unwell, so I stopped taking that, and that took me a week to recover. So it's sort of mid-January now, and I just felt really run down. And then so in mid-January, and then I started getting this pain in my mouth, like in my jaw, and I didn't know what it was, and I thought it was just an ulcer at first, and then I looked in my mouth, and I had a wisdom tooth that I'd been so unwell, I hadn't even realised it was coming out, like a direction, like an angle, and it was rubbing on my gum, and I was like, oh man, no, not now, and I had to wait like a few days, and then just realised it was getting so bad and so sore I couldn't even chew my food. So my mum called up the dentist, and luckily he agreed to see me the next day, and I went to see him, and he was like, yeah, we've got to pull that out. And you know, I'm not usually too bad with dentists and stuff, but I basically like got to the point where I was so exhausted and brain fogged, and I get heightened anxiety. I was like hyperventilating when he put the needle in. So he put the needle into my gum, injected the anaesthetic. Luckily I didn't have to get knocked out, because he said it's either this or we take you to hospital and we knock you out. And I was like, fuck. So yeah, he put the needle in, and if I'm honest, he was a really nice dentist, and he injected it in, and it didn't even hurt. I didn't even feel him put the needle in, perhaps because the amount of adrenaline that was going through me. And then literally crack, pulled the tooth out. I didn't even know it'd come out. He was like, there we go, all done now. So so yeah, that was that. And honestly, the pain recovering from that coming out, the pain of that was nothing. It was nothing. Because of I think the pain I've been through really, from this illness. So yeah, that came out, and then we're sort of towards the end of January now. I got a cold sort of thing that sort of just didn't really go. It kind of came and went, but just didn't fight off, and it was really annoying. I then started working with a new practitioner called Sue Popel, which is like a physiotherapist. We got her through the CCG funding. So basically, I asked my GP if he could give me funding to work with her on the NHS, but they couldn't. But we had to do this big application, and it took about a year. We started it about this time last year, and then yeah. But I started working with her, and she's been good. Kind of again, she's been great. Like Claudia and Patricia, she's been like, you know, just giving me these one-to-one sessions and stuff throughout this year. But they've had to stop because of the COVID-19 thing. So I'm still doing ones over the phone with her. But she's been really good. So that was January. So December and January were like complete write-offs, and I was just like, man, things need to look upwards a bit. But luckily February calmed down a little bit, and basically I just started getting back on with the ANS rewire. I was like, I really want to just get on with something. I hadn't had the energy to really channel into something yet, like that, and just calming my nervous system down really. So yeah, and then there's been family issues going on. I put that down to why I kind of got ill really. There's a lot of issues in my kind of perfect storm of why I got ill. But I basically applied last summer to the housing register after there was a huge argument in the family, and I was like, I cannot do this anymore. I need to get out of here. So I applied to the housing register, and yeah, basically, it basically got denied. So I had to do this huge application, this huge appeal letter, which I had help from my support worker. But I've just recently been accepted onto the housing register now. So yeah, it's just now a wait to bid for a property or something, and I've got to kind of get to the point. I don't mind a kind of wait. I'm kind of on a waiting list at the moment because I'm kind of yeah, I just need to make sure I can cook and look after myself really before I can move out. But it's really, really nice. It's calmed me down knowing that I'm now on that register. But yeah, so February was good. You know, doing lots of meditation. I'm putting like snacks in. I'm adjusting my posture a lot as well. Yeah, working with Patricia on my psychology, and you know, it's just really helpful. I'm doing things like writing down a list of 10 things that I've done well and going through them every day. I'm working with Claudia, and yeah, just trying to rewire my thoughts as much as possible. It's been kind of hard recently, but I'm just trying to do it religiously as possible. I'm about halfway through the ANS rewire now, so yeah. But yeah, basically just building a team around myself of people. I urge people to just kind of find a team of different people to help them and like put that around themselves, and yeah. So I've just noticed the camera might die, but I'm gonna keep going anyway. But yeah, anyway, I found my neighbour basically let me stay next door, and because they weren't there and they're quite old, but unfortunately when I was sleeping around their house, like I kind of stayed the night down there. It's just got me out of this house, and I was really fortunate. Fortunately, my neighbour, he's like 86. He had I had to call him an ambulance in the middle of the night. I'd literally just started staying there as well, and basically he had a numb foot, and he's been in hospital a month, and he's just had to have his foot amputated because he had to have he had an aneurysm in his leg. So and unfortunately because of the COVID-19 stuff, I've lost the room now next door, which sucks. But I got a week or two there, so it was nice while it lasted. And again, it's just made me realise that I was a lot calmer around there, and that moving out is a step in the right direction when I can. I did B12 injections as well, and they made me feel dreadful. I felt nauseous. I got a rash on my head. Hi, sorry, my camera just died, so I had to just plug in the charger. Yeah, I was doing B12 injections. We had to push my GP to do them, which is kind of annoying because I just wanted to try them. I thought I could be B12 deficient. He said my blood tests were fine, but I know some people find it's like a cure for them. But yeah, I did one, felt extremely tired after it, waited 2 days, did another one, felt nauseous, had a rash on my scalp, I felt angry, irritable, everything was worse. So I was like, I just decided to cancel them. And I know some people say you feel worse before you get better, but I was feeling nauseous and like on the verge of retching. So I decided to call it quits and not carry on. But yeah, my gut, I don't know why it's so bad at the moment. I think it could be a detox reaction, because it's usually a little bit better after I've had a detox bath, like an Epsom salts bath. It's just a shame because, you know, I eat so healthily and I've been slapped with a bad gut, like diarrhea all the time. But yeah, or if there are infections and stuff in my gut, then I'm not sure how to kind of get rid of them really. But positive news. So basically, I thought I'd got Lyme disease, mostly because the practitioner I've been to see for years, she's had a vegan machine, vegan machine or Vega testing. It's like bioresonance, and she said she was the one who predicted my illness before I got ill. and she said she thinks I fought off my Lyme disease, because she said she thought I'd got Lyme, and she was like, I think you should go and investigate this. So I went and I had an NHS blood test, which had some positives on it, like Borrelia positive. And then I had 2 sent off to Germany. One came back positive, one came back negative. So I was like, I don't know. And then when I went to see my old homeopath, she said she thought I'd got Lyme as well. But obviously I finished the remedies in December on like Christmas Eve. So yeah, but I went to see her and she tested me again and was like, oh, I think your Lyme disease is gone. So the relief of that feeling, just someone saying that to me, makes me feel really good. And yeah, I don't think Lyme disease is a big problem. I think it's all the other co-infections that come with it that is why it's so bad. It just made me feel like for the first time in like 18 months I've made a step forward, even if I don't feel hugely better. Just being able to say I don't have Lyme disease now is a really good feeling. So yeah, and even just hearing the word Lyme disease and saying it makes me feel a bit like, oh, I kind of get shivers. So yeah, it just feels good to kind of let it go really and just say goodbye, Lyme. And in my head I've just stopped telling myself it's Lyme now, because at the end of the day I never remember being bitten by a tick, but who knows. But yeah, another 2 things I've been doing are I'll just quickly go on. One thing is I had a really bad stress lump. I don't know if I can show you, but it was there, just a little white dot. It was huge about a month ago, but since doing sessions with Claudia and Patricia and just calming my nervous system down and getting onto the housing register and just actively doing things to make strides forwards, my stress overall has gone down. I get a day or 2 here and there where I just get really stressed out, but anyway, right now I got this this machine. It's called activated oxygen. It's another therapy I'm kind of doing. It's not pure oxygen. It's a bit like the oxygen that's given off of plants. It's hard to explain. If you type in activated oxygen and you look up on the website, it'll show you what it is. It's just like really clean oxygen, and it's like it's this machine that filters like oxygen from the air through water, and it basically, I'm not sure, I have to look up the science of how it works, but it basically oxygenates your body at a cellular level. We got one of the machines, we're just renting it for a few months, and I got up to 6 minutes of just breathing in, and it gave me a huge like detox reaction. So I've gone right down to sort of 1 minute every few days, and I'm just slowly building up again. But I know it's meant to be really good for athletes as well. Athletes use it, and it's used in Germany as well, and a few places in Europe, and it's just taking off in the UK. I basically found out about it because a lady who had ME for 10 years, she's also a GP, she recommended it to me and said, this helped me get better, try it. So yeah, I'm sort of treading the water with that really, along with the other treatments. Another thing as well, some people say it's complete quackery, but I'll just show you. Yeah, some people say it's quackery, but I've been using this thing called a parasite zapper, and basically you've got these 2 probes, and you hold them, you wrap them in paper toweling, and you hold them and you plug these wires in. There's 2 other probes, you hold them together, 2 in each hand, and you plug them in, and after you wrap them up with paper toweling and you wet them, and you have to like wring the paper toweling out to wrap it around so it's not dripping. And basically this guy called Ken Presner in the US, he recovered from MS and not Lyme disease, Crohn's disease, and he basically basically sends these pulses through your system and kills parasites, viruses, and bacteria. And the reason why I got one was because a few months ago when I thought I got Lyme disease, this lady called Karen Allen, she's an actress, and she was in one of the Indiana Jones films. She had Lyme disease because she was bitten, and she instantly got ill. And she was ill for I think 3 or 4 years, or it might be 5 years. And someone suggested a Zapper as well, and she was like, "How does that work?" Like, was really skeptical. And then she went to this chiropractor, and they got her to hold it, and she switched it on, and she did the cycles that you're meant to do. And after the session, she just felt like, what a waste of time and what a waste of money. And she went home and just fell asleep and didn't really think much of it. The next day, woke up and she was completely better. And she was so shocked. She was like, what the hell has happened? And yeah, she was just, it's like a turning point for her. So if you want to look up her recovery story, type in Karen Allen Lyme disease or Karen Allen Zapper, and you can listen to her recovery story. But yeah, so whether my Lyme has gone because I was using the Zapper, I don't know. But I got one. It's called The Ultimate Zapper by Ken Presner. And basically, I used it for like 10 seconds because this is a really powerful one. And I was just sitting there, and the next day, after using it, I had a massive detox reaction again, or a die-off reaction, or Herx reaction. Just felt really awful. And I messaged the guy I bought it off and just said, "Man, I feel really ill." And he said, "You've used it for too long, go back to 5 seconds." So I used it for 5 seconds and still felt really bad. So I'm literally using it for 2 or 3 seconds, or I did 4 the other day. And yeah, again, just a bit like the oxygen, really slowly building it up. But yeah, that's that really. That's kind of where I'm at really. Then there's this COVID-19 thing that's going on, but I'm already quarantined, so yeah, that's pretty much it really. I'm still on these homeopathic remedies. Still got a bad gut. I'm taking activated charcoal powder. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the summer, man. We've had some nice weather here, and just getting out, literally getting out in the sun has been doing me good. Just energy. Still good days, still bad days, but yeah, I hope everyone's doing good. So I haven't messaged anyone or replied to comments. I kind of just almost do these videos myself, but if people want to watch and tag along, then that's cool. And some people suggest great things to kind of help me out, and sometimes these videos might be able to help other people as well, maybe. But yeah, that's really where I'm at. Sorry for the long video. I got through it. Okay, I managed to do it. And yeah, I mean, we're April now, so I'll probably make another one in a few months' time. See where I'm at. I'm just focusing on the ANS rewire really. I'm about halfway, just over halfway through it now. So yeah, that's where we're at really. I'm going to keep up with Zapper, keep up with the oxygen, keep up seeing my homeopath. I'm tempted to potentially go back to my one I saw in December and try work with her again at a lower dosage. Yeah, hope you guys are doing good, and yeah, I'll speak to you soon, guys. Thank you, take care with this virus stuff as well.